Hello guys, welcome to my tutorial on how to solve linear equations and also how to solve word problems under linear equations. So this question in particular is about word problems under linear equations. So we are going to apply the knowledge that we've learned under linear equation to solve this problem. Alright, so without wasting my time, let's get started. Phil is Tom's father. Phil is 35 years old. 3 years ago, Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. How old is Tom now? So what we are going to do is to write their names. The first person is Phil, which is Tom's father, and he is what? 35 years old. So Phil is equal to 35 years. And then Tom, we don't know Tom's age, so we can say that let a variable like x. So let Tom be what? X years. Because we don't know Tom's age, so let Tom be x years. Then they said what? 3 years ago. So 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, what happened? What happened 3 years ago from the question? You can see that the question says that 3 years ago, Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. So we need to first find the age of Phil 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, Phil will equal to 35 minus 3, which will give us 32 years. And then for Tom, 3 years ago, Tom would be, now Tom is x years old. So 3 years ago, Tom would be x minus 3 years, because we don't actually know Tom's age. So whatever his age might be, we are just going to subtract 3 years from it to get his age 3 years ago. So that's fine. Then we are moving on to the next statement, which says that 3 years ago, Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. As you can see from what I've highlighted on the left, you can see that Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. So we are going to find out how we are going to solve, or how we'll be solving this. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the same English statement to write our equation. So Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. So Phil, let me write it in English statement first. Phil was, so the was is the equal to in mathematics. So Phil was 4 times. The times I'm going to use bracket because in mathematics bracket means times. So Phil was 4 times as old as his son was then. So as at 3 years, the son, which is Tom, you can see what I highlighted. Tom was what? X minus 3. And they are telling us that as at that time, Phil was 4 times Tom. So 4 times what? Tom. 4 times Tom. That was 3 years ago. So that's what we are going to use to form our equation. So all this will be in 3 years ago. So let's look at Phil's age in 3 years ago, which is 32. So we are just going to substitute. So 32 will be equal to 4 times Tom. Tom's 3 years ago was this. So 4 times x minus 3. We close the bracket because in mathematics bracket means times. So now 32 will be equal to, we are going to expand that bracket, which is 4 times x, we'll get 4x. Then minus 4 times 3, which will give us what? 12. So we are going to get 4x minus 12. Then after this step, we are just going to group like terms. So let's bring the 12 to come and join the 32. So we are going to get 32. When it crosses, it becomes plus. So 32 plus 12, which will be equal to 4x. Then the next step is going to be 44, because when you add 32 and then 12, you are going to get 44. So 44 will be equal to 4x. And then to get our variable x, we are just going to divide both sides by 4. So 44 divided by 4, and then 4x divided by 4. So when you divide 44 by 4, you are going to get 11 equals, when you divide 4x by 4, you are going to get x alone. So this is what we are going to get. That means 11 is equal to x, which in other words, x is equal to 11. So in this case, we can say that, or we can put here, therefore, x is equal to 11. So we can say that Tom is equal to 11 years old. But the question is asked that how old is Tom now? Now is x. So because Tom was x years old, so Tom is 11 years old because the value of x is what? 11. Thank you for watching this video, and then without wasting my time, I would like to solve the example 2 in our next video so that you can see how the example 2 will be solved. Thank you, and then share this video to your friends, and then those who might need this video, like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye.